Hello, beautiful souls. It's Mickey again. Today I want to talk about the divine feminine. And I believe this is something that we all, on some level, we're feeling the rise of it within us and around us. This divine energy, it's more than just a trend. I know we see this all around on social media, and we hear quote unquote spiritual people talk about the divine feminine and the rise of the divine feminine rising and dark feminine energy and all of these things pertaining to the feminine. So I want to reiterate again, this is not a trend. This is ancient. This is a returning, a remembering. The divine feminine is not about gender. It's not about being more girly or more womanly in a way that we've been taught, right? It's an energy, it's a frequency, and we all carry both feminine and masculine energies within us. It's one of the dualities of this planet. Now, the divine feminine is the current of intuition, of receptivity, of sensuality, of nurturing, creativity, softness, flow, feeling. It's the energy of the moon, the tides, the womb space, and not just biologically, but spiritually, okay? It's the side of you that slows down when the world is spinning so fast. It speaks with the eyes. It's the energy that creates not just for outcome, but for beauty, for connection, for truth. It's the power of the water, not less powerful than fire, but powerful because it moves around obstacles and it too cleanses, it reshapes. But this energy, this divine flow, hasn't always been welcomed. The divine feminine has been suppressed and oppressed for generations, for lifetimes. Systemically, spiritually, personally, physically, we've been taught to distrust our intuition, to apologize for our emotions, to bury or hide our softness, or feel shame for our sensuality, to forego rest, and to suppress feelings. Historically, societies have been dominated by hyper-masculine structures, systems built on control, competition, dominance, hierarchy. We know this. This is what we live, right? The feminine being non-linear, intuitive, and receptive didn't, quote unquote, fit into those systems. So it was silenced, vilified even. Mystics were called witches, healers were called hysterical, rest was called lazy, sensuality was called sinful or shameful. And we internalized those narratives. We started suppressing our own feminine energy, thinking we had to grind, compete, conquer, or toughen up just to survive. And we see and are experiencing the remnants, the unfolding, the result of that suppression and oppression and dominance of the feminine energy of this planet. But now, yes, now we're seeing a shift, a rise. You feel it, don't you? People are craving slowness, craving softness, craving real embodied truth. The way we speak about healing, emotional intelligence, intuition, body awareness, even rest as resistance, that's the feminine rising. We see more women and men leaning into their inner knowing. We see spiritual practices honoring the body, honoring rest, honoring stillness, honoring connection. We see collective exhaustion from constant overproduction and people finally asking, what is sustainable? What is sacred? We're unlearning the old ways of push until you break and returning to the wisdom of align and receive. The feminine is calling us back to ourselves, to our hearts, to our wombs, to our breath, to our stillness. So, how do you rise in your own feminine? You surrender. You stop trying to control every outcome. And instead, you allow life to meet you. You create space for stillness and you sit in that stillness. You be in that stillness. You listen to your body. You feel your emotions instead of intellectualizing everything, right? You allow beauty to matter again, not just outer beauty, but the beauty of intention, the beauty of rituals, the beauty of your becoming. Feminine rising looks like letting yourself be guided by intuition, not logic alone. It looks like softening without losing power. It's creating just because it nourishes you. It's resting not because you're weak, but because you're wise. And most importantly, it's about balance. We need both feminine and our masculine. The goal isn't to reject the masculine, it's to bring both energies into sacred union. Let the feminine guide your vision and let the masculine carry it into action. Let the feminine receive the idea and the masculine structure the path to bring that idea into fruition. Let the feminine feel and let the masculine protect. Feminine rising is not a performance, it's an awakening. And when you let this energy rise within you, the world around you begins to respond differently. You magnetize instead of chasing. You trust instead of control. You feel instead of being in numbness. You allow instead of exhaustion. This is the return of sacred rhythm, of intuition, of breath. This is the healing of centuries of imbalance through your daily alignment, through your softness, through your unapologetic truth. Let the feminine rise in you, not just to reclaim something ancient, but to become something whole. The feminine within you, the feminine within this planet is calling you. It's been calling you. It's been asking you to sit down and to just be, to close your eyes and to just feel yourself within this planet. It's asking you to merely be, right? The divine feminine, the rising of the feminine energy is a call for you to find balance within yourself. We know that we must be the change. The only way to bring about change in this planet, positive change, is to be that. And the more you become more aligned with your feminine energy, as well as your masculine energy, and bring a balance to the two. The more that we can do that within ourselves, the more that we change things around us to do and be the same. So give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to rest, to be, to think, to feel, to be soft, to feel and listen to your intuition and be guided by it. Not to just create because we have to, but to create because it feeds your soul, it nourishes you. Fall in line with the balance of your divine feminine and allow it to have voice. Allow it to be embodied within you. It's a beautiful thing to finally just be. It doesn't mean that we're omitting or disregarding the masculine aspect. Again, it's about balance. And as we said in the beginning of this video, the divine feminine has been suppressed, and we have been living in this planet. Our existences have been primarily molded and shaped by hyper masculinity. And now we can bring that into balance with our softness, with our rest, with our listening of the intuition, and just being. So just sit for a moment. Just sit for a moment and allow the divine feminine to speak to you, to embody you, to caress you, to hold you. Just listen to it. Be with it in its stillness. Until next time.